Good evening, parents. Welcome to Modfest. Swami Vivekanand once said, like me or hate me, both are in my favor. If you like me, I am in your heart. And if you hate me, I am in your mind. So, dear parents and students, I am either in your heart or I am in your mind. This is a pandemic time. We are more or less confined to our homes and offices. But at Modern, we devise different methods to stay connected to you. We are giving you online classes. We are giving you recorded classes so that if you have a problem, you can see the recorded classes. I have been talking to you last 18 months through my talks life mantra, and I can assure you I was the only person in Rajasthan who was doing it. That shows how much I care for my parents and my students and my teachers. I have even talked on webinar to the parents of LKG to 10th. Even my principals and vice principals are talking to parents every other day. All my staff have called you to inquire about your health and your welfare. Even we have talked to your children to know how they are, because in school we used to ask them every day, how are you? Maybe at home, when we take online classes, we hear a feeble good morning, sir. But when the schools were running, it was good morning, sir. There was happiness, there was power in the voice of children, and we are missing it. Now, today, we are presenting you Modfest. It is nostalgic because it will take you back the memory lanes. And this is just to entertain you. I hope this effort of ours will be appreciated, not criticized, both by parents and students. And I'm thankful to the new student council who has worked really hard, and my teachers of culture department who have really worked hard to make it a success. Today I'm addressing you with all my heart. My heart goes with you. And I would want that for 20-25 minutes, I want you to be connected to you, because today I'm talking to you about a topic which you will like. Today I'm talking to you about love. Today I'll talk to you about the love between the father and the son, about the love between a mother and a daughter, a love between a brother and a sister, a love in the family. Love and care is what I'm talking to you about today. And I would be giving you examples, but they'll be all linked to love, so that my parents can understand what is expected of them in this life. Marriage is not easy. Growing children is not easy. We can always learn to make a family a happy family. And that, ladies and gentlemen, can only be done by love. So I give you a real story of 1988, the country Armenia. The father and son for the first time was sending their son to school. The father told the son, have a good day. But remember, no matter what, I will always be there for you. Such a powerful line, the father said, बेटा हमेशा याद रखना मैं तेरे साथ हूं. आप में से कितने लोगों ने अपने बच्चों को ये लाइन बोली है? कितने लोगों ने बोली है? After saying that, he hugged his son. The mother hugged her son, and the son ran off to school. Hours later, a powerful earthquake rocked the city. The radio news said there were thousands of casualties. बहुत सारे लोग इसमें शांत हो गए. The father ran towards the school. The school was a pile of debris. हर तरफ खंडर ही खंडर थे. और भी बहुत सारे parents they came and they were all crying. This father, he found out where the classroom of his son was. And he started removing the beam, the rocks from that area. One of the parents asked him, what are you doing? He said, I'm digging for my son. The person said, the building is unstable. You will make it worse. But the father kept on digging. Slowly, the other parents left. All through the night and all through the day, he continued digging. Next morning, a lot of parents came. They placed the photograph of their son. They placed bouquet there in remembrance of their son or daughter. But this father, he kept on digging. And suddenly he heard a cry, help, help, Papa. He heard a cry. He dug faster. And finally he could see his son. He said, come on, let's get out. The son said, Papa, let the other kids come out first. Because I know you will get me. You told me in the morning that whatever happens, I'll be there for you. पहले आप दूसरे बच्चों को निकालो. 14 children were saved before his son was pulled out. The son said, Papa, I told the other children not to worry because my father told me that he will always be there for me. That's the trust I want, dear parents, that you give to your children. कि तुम हमेशा उनके लिए हो. That's the caring parents I want. That's the love I want from my parents for modernites. That's the love I'm talking about. A child in a courtroom was punished by a judge for the crimes he committed. The father of that boy was a famous lawyer. So the judge asked this boy, what do you remember about your father? तुम्हारे पापा इतने बड़े लॉयर और तुम एक क्रिमिनल, तुमने अपने पिता से क्या सीखा, क्या देखा? So the son said, when I went for advice, my father said, run along, I'm busy. When I went for companionship, my father said, run along, I have to finish this case. The judge said, the lawyer may have won the case, but he lost his son. My question is, are you leading the life the same way? Are you there to answer the queries, the questions of your son? Does he have the trust in you that when he comes to you for advice, you will leave everything and listen to him? That's the question I am leaving the parents with. I would want you to give time to your children. Correct counsel. Correct counsel. Discuss with your child, but don't avoid your child. Many a times, parents work overtime to meet the family expenses. They take a second job in order to provide better facilities to the children. But studies have revealed that children prefer more time of their parents than they working hard to provide them necessities. Your presence, dear parents, says more than 1,000 gifts you bring for them. In 1924, Bill Havens was America's best rower, the person who rows the boat. And everyone believed he would win the gold medal in the Olympics. But as his first child was about to be born, he decided not to go for the Olympics and decided to stay with the child. Such a simple thing. He must have worked 5-7 years to attain the level to win Olympics. But he gave importance to the day when his son was to be born. Imagine winning a gold medal would have got him how much wealth and name and fame. The same child in 1952 Helsinki Olympics won 10,000 meters rowing. He won a gold. The same child. And the child's words were, "Dear Dad, thanks for waiting around me. I am coming home with a gold medal you should have won, your son." See the love shown by the father. See the love returned by the son. That moment when son told him this, Bill knew that he had made a right choice. That's parenting. That's where your life should revolve. Your life should revolve around your family. Dear parents, you can still make a new beginning, and the end would be beautiful. Give it a thought. शायद इससे आपके बच्चे का कुछ भला हो जाए. I would like to say some words for the seniors, the 12th, The children who go for coaching, they leave the same confines of home and school and are fighting their own battles outside quota or in the coaching sector, where they can go anywhere except the coaching, where parents think they are in coaching, but we don't know where they are. For such parents, I would like to tell this story, and this is very important to me because most of the time when I speak in Modfest, I always tell this one. I read about the Eskimos, how they hunt wolves. Hope you remember this story forever and build your life around this story. How do the Eskimos hunt wolf? They take a razor sharp knife, dip in blood, freeze it, and bury the handle in the ice. The wolves are attracted by the scent of blood. They lick the blood. The cold numbs the tongue of the wolf. The wolf is unaware that he is licking a sharp edge, and he is unaware that the blood which is coming, it is coming from his own mouth. And he begins to bleed, and he starts licking faster and faster and faster, and ultimately he bleeds to death. The wolf dies. This is the way the youth of our country, the youth of Kota, is lured into drugs and alcohol. In the beginning, it makes the person feel good and they enjoy the feeling. However, they start losing the sense of perception and indulge more and more. Everything in life has a time, but there is no time for drugs. You have to say no to drugs. Learn to say no in this life. When you don't want to do anything, say a strong no. People can't force you if you are strong enough. And you will be strong enough if you remember how the Eskimos hunt wolf. These parents of yours who have been looking after you from the time of your birth, who have been looking after you when you used to come to school, they used to drop you, they pick you, they take you to hospital, they take you to doctor, they buy toys for you, they buy gifts for you. They are so much in love with you. But you are not supposed to destroy this trust of theirs that their son will never get involved into drugs. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve to cry in their sleep. Never. So don't let them do it. A modernite should always look for the ways to please his parents. You must have fooled your parents with a lot of things. You must have bunked schools. You must have gone to different shops on the quiet. You must have bunked coaching classes. That's okay. That's a part of school life. I take it. I don't feel bad about it. But drugs, no. Their trust and their heart should not be broken in this matter. These are all examples of love. I'll be further speaking about love. There's a boy who was watching from balcony his dog playing, and he was thrilled, happy, clapping. A car came and crushed his dog. He ran from balcony, came down. उसने उस कुत्ते के बच्चे को अपने हाथ में उठाया. उसकी आंखों से आंसू निकल रहे थे. उसे मालूम था कि मेरा कुत्ता जाने वाला है. आंखों से आंसू निकल रहे हैं। द डॉग, द पपी, ही लिफ्टेड हिज हेड, और उसने उस बच्चे के गाल पे से आंसू पोंछे और फिर उसने दम तोड़ दिया। दैट इज लव। वो अपने कितने पेन में होगा, यू कैन इमेजिन, कितना वो सफर कर रहा होगा, फिर भी उसने उसके आंसू पोंछे। दैट इज लव. That is the extreme condition of love. That's the love I want. A father, उसके 3 बेटे, 2 बेटियां एक हॉस्पिटल बेड में अपनी मां को घेर के खड़े थे, as she was about to breathe her last. You know what her last words were? She said, I feel so loved today. We should have gotten together more often. डेथ बेड पे वो कह रही है कि आज मुझे इतना अच्छा लग रहा है, क्या हम ये पहले नहीं कर सकते थे? क्या आज आप भाई बहन, पेरेंट्स कभी इकट्ठा नहीं हो सकते? क्या किसी अपने की मृत्यु पर इकट्ठे होंगे? क्या वैसे जाके नहीं मिल सकते? कब मिले थे आप अपने भाई बहन से? कब मिले थे उनके बच्चों से? लाइफ बहुत छोटी है. दिस इज द लव I want you to share with your families. I want you to be connected. ये फोन पे बात करने से मम्मी कैसी हो, ये आपकी जिम्मेदारी पूरी नहीं हो जाती. वो बूढ़ी माँ इंतजार करती रहती है, पर वो कहती नहीं है. उसने आपको बड़ा किया है. क्या आप में समझदारी नहीं है? क्या आप नहीं समझते? So never miss this opportunity of get-togethers. A son kissed his father on the forehead 5 seconds before he died. 5 सेकंड पहले अपने पिता के फोरहेड पे उसने किस किया. And then he realized that it was the first time he kissed his father after his childhood. बचपन के बाद अपने पिता को प्यार नहीं किया था. Hugs and kisses to your children matter. Hugs and kisses to your brothers and sisters matter. Hugs and kisses to your parents, in-laws matter. You are grown up. You understand, you read these things, you are listening to me. But do you have heart to do such things in life? I would want you, and I would want you to start doing this. There was a couple who used to go in train every evening. The wife used to knit a sweater, a red colored sweater. After a month or so, they stopped coming. You know, in trains, वो सब लोग एक साथ ही बैठते आते हैं जो रोज अपने घर से ट्रेन में जाते हैं. जनरली एक कंपार्टमेंट में बैठते हैं, दूसरे को जानते हैं, बात भी करते हैं. So that man came after 2 months. So when he was asked कि भाई 2 महीने से कहाँ थे, तो उसने बोला मेरी वाइफ कैंसर से सफर कर रही थी. And she had made it a habit to come to my office every evening and accompany me in the train to home so that she could pass as much time as possible with me. वो रोज आती थी मेरे ऑफिस और हम दोनों साथ ही ट्रेन में बैठ के घर जाते थे. वो एक्सपायर हो गई है. So when the train stopped, the man got down. He was wearing the same red sweater without one arm. एक आस्तीन के बिना वो स्वेटर पहन के उतरा, क्योंकि उसकी वाइफ वो स्वेटर पूरा नहीं कर सके थे। दैट्स प्योर लव, दैट्स सैक्रिफाइस, दैट्स द लव आई वॉन्ट, दैट्स द लव which we want. That's the love of remembrance. उसको शर्म नहीं आई कि एक तरफ की अस्थि नहीं है, वो अपनी वाइफ की याददाश्त को कभी खत्म नहीं करना पाता। And in the end, I'd like to tell you a story which I love the most, and whenever I get a chance, I tell this story. This is a story of love of a father and son. The son loved football. Though he was weak, he was very physically weak child, but he loved football. Every morning, evening, he was present for practice, and his father would always sit in the stand and watch his son practice. This routine continued all through the life, all through his school life. रोज माता पिता और बेटा जाते थे, पापा स्टैंड में बैठते थे और बच्चा अपनी प्रैक्टिस करता था। बट ये बच्चा कभी स्कूल टीम में नहीं खेल पाया, वो अच्छा प्लेयर नहीं था, बट ही वॉज ऑलवेज शाउटिंग एंड cheering his team from the bench. और फादर भी उसकी टीम के मैच में खूब ताली बजाते थे। He was a team player. This boy was a team player and he was always ready to help the others. किसी और प्लेयर को कुछ चाहिए वो भाग के लाता था। And because of this very reason that he was a team player, his coach kept him in the team. In college also, when he went to college, on account of his dedication, he again made the team. Because he used to love football. He finished his first year, second year, third year, but he never played for the team and he never complained about it. Whenever the team had a match, the father, as usual, would come and clap for everyone. The third year, the college team appeared for a tournament and reached the semi-final. First time. They were thrilled. The boy went to the coach. Coach, my father is sick. And if you and the team does not require my services, may I go and look after my father? The coach said in his mind, thought in his mind, कि मुझे तो ज़रूरत इसकी कभी पड़नी भी नहीं, ना होनी है, अच्छा लड़का है, चलो जाने दो, टीम में तो कमी आएगी नहीं, जा बेटा तू जा, अपने पापा को संभाल, कोई चिंता मत करना। The coach was happy, चलो oblige तो करा, because उसको जानता था ज़रूरत तो पड़नी नहीं मेरे को। The team reached the final. The ground was full of spectators. They were howling, they were shouting, because the crowd is for both the teams. कुछ हम जैसे भी आते हैं, दोनों के लिए क्लैप करते हैं। And when the half time came, this boys' team was losing by 2 goals. And the full team was sitting in the locker with their heads down. They were dejected. In walks this boy. ये लड़का आता है लॉकर रूम में, उसके बाल भी बिगड़े हुए हैं, उसकी आंखें भी लाल हैं. And he went straight to his locker, took out his uniform, wore it and went to the coach. कि कोच आज मुझे खेलने दो. तो कोच was surprised कि इस बच्चे ने 3 साल में मुझे नहीं बोला, ये आज मुझसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा है. और टीम तो अपनी हार ही रही है, जीतने का कोई चांस नहीं है, दूसरी टीम बहुत स्ट्रांग है. पता नहीं क्या सोच के कोच ने कहा, आजा तू खेल. So he allowed him to play. He ran, he dribbled, he passed, he headed, and he helped his team to score 2 goals. 2 goal बराबर कर दिए. And in the dying minutes of the game, he dribbled, dodged one player after the other, and scored the winning goal. There was roar in the stadium. He was lifted on shoulders by his team players. He became the hero of the team. So after the end of the match, the coach was looking for him. Where is he? So he found him in the corner of the field, sitting on a stone and crying. The coach went to him, son, you played like a man possessed. I could feel either it is Messi playing or Ronaldo playing. You mesmerized everyone. You gave a wonderful victory to the team. The credit for today's success is yours. The boy looked up to his coach, and with tears in his eyes, he said, Coach, today morning, my father expired. And do you know, coach, my father was blind. वो अंधे थे. All these years he used to sit and watch my team play, me practice, but he was blind. उसे दिखता कुछ नहीं था. But वो हमेशा मेरे लिए रहे. But coach, I believe that after death you become normal and you can see. So today he's sitting with God and watching me play. And I was playing for him because he loved me so much that today was my chance to show my love back to him. This is the love I want from every parent for the children. This is the love I want from every child for his parent. This is the story of love. I don't know how many parents will remember this story, but I'll keep on telling it again and again as long as I live. Because I want to develop the bond of love between you, dear parents, and your child. Modern school want to give you that. Thank you so much for listening to me, and have a great day.